The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is the newest Coen Bros film that went straight to Netflix, which was pretty awesome because I got to watch a brand new Coen Brothers movie free of charge right here in my house. It's just cool. And this film doesn't necessarily have a conventional structure either. It's a Western anthology. And for those who don't know what the word anthology means, it basically just means that this film is a series of unrelated short stories that are completely separate from each other. Now, just that notion alone honestly had me skeptical going into it, even though it is the Coen Brothers, because some anthologies just didn't really stick with me and I thought were kind of mediocre. Like, for example, XX, I thought there was maybe one short in there that had potential, but the rest I just thought were blah. And then, but then you have really good ones like VHS 1 and 2, which I think are both pretty damn good horror movie anthologies. Now that being said, I'm just going to cut to the chase. I enjoyed this film quite a bit. I'm not in love with it, but I think it's a pretty enjoyable and pretty entertaining movie. Now, this film isn't really starring anybody because, like I said, it's an anthology, so it's just, I think it's 5 different shorts. It might be 6, I'm not sure. But each short has its own little cast, so there's not really a main character that you're going to follow throughout this film, obviously. But the people that are starring in their shorts, I thought were pretty awesome, and they're pretty notable people as well. You got Liam Neeson that's in one, you got James Franco that's in one, and you got Tim Blake Nelson who's in one. He's actually in the first one, and I gotta say, he's pretty damn awesome in this movie. He might be probably my favorite character, among all the short stories. He was just very entertaining and very funny to watch. And his character was just written really well, and it's acted really well. He has a lot of charisma in his role. And, so huge props to him. I thought he did a great job. But yeah, like I said, I found myself enjoying this film quite a bit. There are some shorts that I feel like aren't as strong as others, obviously. There's some that I feel like were lacking in some departments, but there's at least 2 or 3 shorts in here that I thought were really strong, and I thought, everything from the writing, the directing, the acting, even the aesthetic of it, it looked really nice. Except for the CGI in this movie. The CGI, I don't know what was wrong with it. Like, maybe it's just because I don't know if Netflix produced this. I know that they released it, but I don't know if Netflix actually produced this or not. But the CGI in this just looks so, like, blech. I don't know if that was, like, intentional. They were trying to go with kind of like a cartoony, cheesy feel to some of it. But some of the CGI is just noticeably bad, and it's kind of hard to just ignore and to just excuse. But other than that, I thought the overall aesthetic of this film was definitely nice to look at. I gotta say though, I think the film's strongest point is like right smack dab in the middle of the film. Like, I feel like about an hour to maybe an hour and 20 minutes in, there's these 2 shorts. One that involves an actor named Tom Waits who is digging for gold, and one called The Gal Who Got Rattled. I believe that's what it is. I'm not sure of any of the actors' names that are in that one, but those 2 shorts back to back I thought were really strong shorts, especially the one with Tom Waits digging for gold. That one just reminded me, it just called back so much of what I love about the Coen Brothers. It's really intense. It has kind of an unpredictable event happen in its story, and it's just really good character and story writing, and that's what the Coen Brothers are known for. So it was good to see some of that. And again, in the one that came after it, The Gal Who Got Rattled, that's also, it's a really interesting love story in there as well. They did a good job developing kind of this love dynamic between 2 characters rather quickly, and I was pretty impressed by that. But yeah, the Gal Who Got Rattled is my personal favorite, and I think it's the strongest story of all the ones that were presented in the film. It's also the longest one as well, so it's kind of like they knew that they needed more time to really hit home with this story, and it certainly does in my opinion, especially the way it ends. Jesus. But just to be clear, I think all the shorts that are in this film are good. I just think that some are stronger than others. In my opinion, I think maybe one of the weaker ones is Meal Ticket with Liam Neeson. But overall, I found this to be a very enjoyable film, very entertaining. It's got shitloads of violence in it as well, so it also delivers on that Coen Brothers front. It's got all that Coen Brothers violence that you would expect from their films. And it's also kind of heartbreaking at times. It's hilarious. Like, the fact that they present 5 or 6 separate short stories. They really experiment with that because not every single one of them is just kind of humorous. All of them kind of have their own subgenre approach to the Western genre. And to me, that was pretty cool, and it was very enjoyable overall. So I'm going to give The Ballad of Buster Scruggs a 7.5 out of 10. So if you've seen it already, I want to know what your favorite short story was from the film. Like I said, mine was The Gal Who Got Rattled and the Gold Digging one with Tom Waits. Those two I just felt were very strong short stories. Thank you so much for hearing what I had to say about The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. If you really liked what I had to say, please give it a thumbs up and share it amongst your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the Misfit Pawn channel to be updated on more film-related content.